Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode at Banter and Believe. It's B here with
Van.
yeah. Once again, we always start by saying, of course, thank you all for listening, for tuning in, for engaging with us. Even with the new segments, we're putting out there as well. So we really do appreciate it as we try to, build this community of adults who are adulting and it's kicking their butt. But what getting towards the end of the year, it's been a good year. We're all still standing. Right, Van?
Barely, but yeah. What's that song?
There's always that one
I'm
friend.
pressed but not crushed, persecuted, not
Not this
abandoned, struck down
yes.
but not destroyed.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's a good thing. We're still standing. Obviously with global warming, weather is a bit funky.
A bit.
So I mean there has been snow and I hope there's snow. Well, was I about to say I hope there's snow in December in Christmas? Well, because yeah, we were we just actually did the Christmas Carol already. Yeah, so but Christmas might have be a snowy. Maybe that's why I'm thinking of snow. It was a our Christmas theme was a snowy Christmas morning. So yeah, but yeah, and I had the pleasant job of directing. But it is well. But yeah, Van, how's your week been? How you doing? Last week you were very, you reminded us about the perils of being an adult. This week, I'm seeing you're wearing green. Is has it been greener? Do you like?
Amen.
But this is my media training. I'm learning to you know, yeah.
It's been okay. It's been fine. I think we thank God that we don't look like what we're going through.
Amen to
I'd
that.
say so. Let's just pray. I think I want this year to be over so I could start the new year. I know some people don't do like resolutions. I know some people don't do. Some people just say
Mm.
that when you start the year, like you can start the year any time of year. But I feel like it's just a new. This year was a lot.
It was a
So
lot, yeah.
it was a lot. So I'm looking forward to starting 2025 as I mean to go on, which is positive and everything. But week was fine. Week was good.
Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, I'm hoping to recruit Van as a hey media training. See how I stop myself there. See how I stop myself. Very demure. No, but I had a busy week because, like I said, we had the Christmas carol thing. We call it Manger and Money. So yeah, that was good. It's always a busy period. I do like the fact that the people I work with in church they like to work to a high standard. So it's we get pushed and challenged. I'm probably the whiniest production manager ever because sometimes people will just be like, we can do this, let's do this. And I'm just like, can we all calm down? It's not like I want us to do the barest minimum. I want us to do what we can do very well than trying to do, the biggest of things. But they challenge you to find a solution to their big ideas. Um, so yeah, it's been a good it's been a yeah, it was a good week. All right. So our unfiltered,
Hmm.
right?
Dun dun
And
dun.
from next week episode we'll read out. I know we've put this out for 2 weeks, but for next week episode we'll read out the what people are saying. But for you for this week, we have a question.
Hmm.
And please do not it's on field, so do not be like, oh, I need to be politically correct. Last week was light. This week, let's just do what we love to do best, right? Have serious conversations on a public platform that could scatter families. But this this week,
The way my mom, what episode was it? My mom, I think it was the one with Laolu where I talked
oh,
about like the B and getting a B and basically
oh
your mom
yeah, yeah,
cussing me
yeah.
out, and she was like, "Eh, you come here. I heard that You are calling me out on social media.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I said, Mom, like, but did you not do it though? Did I lie? Did I? Yeah, but I wanted the best for you, and I take I take no apologies
Oh,
for raising my child the best way I knew how. I said, okay, then that's it. There's nothing else to be said. Okay.
I mean,
Right. What else do I say? Like, what do I say to that? So, whatever happens in this episode, family group chat be damned. I don't care. Like, do whatever. Will you beat me? No. So,
yeah. So this week, our question for you guys is this: what is what is a phrase or something an African uncle or auntie has said or parent has said that still haunts you, or when you think back of it, you're just like, So what is something? And we're very maybe let's not be too specific, because I know I've heard stories about what do you call it, other cultures, like the Asian culture have similarities to how Africans are raised. So when we're talking about when we're talking about uncles and aunties, those of you from certain backgrounds, you can be Hispanic, Asian, Haiti, people from Haiti as well. I've had Jamaicans. So what is something those lovely uncles, aunties, parents, those unsolicited, pulled aside after church service or at Christmas parties, and I say, I just wanted to check on you. Hey, how have you been? When are you bringing her? And I'll look to my side.
Oh no.
I'll look to my side and I'm like, when God puts her beside me, because she's not here. There was one time
Is this your answer?
It's part of my answer, part of my answer, because I just think about oh my God. Oh, there was one.
I mean, we can share a few. We don't have to give a specific one, because I've got them for days.
There was what, at a graduation party or something. Then one auntie saw me. Then she didn't know who I was. Then my actual auntie, because we call it, but my actual aunt was there. I was like, no, this is my nephew. This is this person's son. They were like, oh, that's who you are. Oh. Then they asked if I'm single. They were trying to give their daughter to me. Like, and I was like, oh, and then they said, I was like, how old is your child? Because they said the child just graduated. I was like, I'm 31 at this point. I was like, auntie, please, that's you. They said it's not too young.
The 10-year age gap at this age. If I was on Twitter, no. I'm going to judge them, so no.
Like, fam, at that point, I'm grooming the person at that point.
Pretty much.
And actually, linking again to what crazy things uncles and the likes have said, right? One, I remember they were like, oh no, the person is young. This was probably like my late 20s. They're like, you can train them.
I've heard someone say that, and I felt so sick to my stomach. I'm like, this is exactly why you guys keep trying to pass laws in these countries, because it's like, when you say train, you first of all, you see yourself as your spouse's parent. So because you're essentially training them, they can't now be free in that marriage or that relationship. They can't call you by name. I mean, I've seen marriages where they've never called their husband by name. They don't even say darling. Like, they use, like, I'm Yoruba. And even in French, you know how you use tu for someone who is your age mate in an informal setting, and you use vous for, like, you use o for Yoruba, and use e for
sorry, by triple lingual.
You will God. So you would address
honorary. But basically you're talking about honorary.
So you see your husband as, like, Lord in the literal sense, where you can't like sit, in the living room and just be chilling and hugging, even in the presence of guests.
I mean, there is one. Sorry to cut you short. There is one video where the pastor was like, you can't call your husband baby.
Oh, we're going to
call
that
them
because
Lord.
He said you can't call your husband babe because you call out the baby in him. I said,
call him Lord.
What are we doing? Because
Hey, future
I
wifey.
love.
Once in a while, just dropping a little Lord, you know. God, the disgust on your face. What's going on?
Because what is that? Are you Sarah?
Ah,
Are you she Sarah? You're Abraham. Oh Lord. The only Lord I know is Yahweh Sabaoth.
I'm gonna do a compilation of all the singing you've done on this
Yahweh
podcast
Sabaoth.
at the end of the year.
The Lord of hosts. Anyway, but yeah, that's the only Lord I know. And may I not be in court, but my Lord, anyone else is who they are. Let's not do that, please. Thank you. But I mean, if you want, please, Auntie, if you want to call him Lord, do it. Don't say Van said. So if you want to call him Lord, go for it. But that age gap thing is a bit rank. But anyway, what else?
No, that's one of the, I can't those ones just came to my mind. That thing
Yeah.
about you can train. They
Yeah.
just gave grooming.
I mean, caveat, by the way, I feel like I always see it different. Say, for example, a 50-year-old man was dating a 40-year-old woman is different for me. But because you're a 30-year-old dating a 20-year-old, it's almost as though...
Those things do, yeah. The
Why?
age bracket matters.
It does.
In those scenarios. You can't be... It's like a, what do you call it? It's like a 21-year-old dating a 17-year-old.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's just weird because there's stages in life where you should have an age range.
Yeah, you should be inside the age
because
bracket.
There gets to a point where in life you guys are, even though you're 27 and she's 23, you guys have you're still in similar.
That's still weird.
I don't even think that is as weird. Like 23, because 23 you've graduated for maybe 2 years, you're working. This person graduated for 5 years, they're working, and you guys are kind of in the similar. Because for example, you guys will probably maybe meet each other at work. In a similar fashion, but if you're saying 22 and 31, that's different because you've seen life. You're almost a whole decade older than this person. This person's just starting life, and even aside the whole grooming thing, even relating to that person just might not be on your wavelength. That person, you're looking to be settled. That person's still hyper, and also I just feel like what happened to the people in your age, people you went to uni with, you went to sixth form with, you went to church with, like what happened to them? You've left all, and guess what? You've dated all the people your age. You now want to go for it. Stop it. I'm not getting into that. It's okay. So is that your one, B?
Yeah.
So my one, I've had a few about weight. Those ones don't even bother me because I remember one time this auntie had
waiting or as
weight,
in...
like my actual weight. So I remember I saw this auntie. I hadn't seen her for 8 years. So the last time I saw her was when I was still in because the church I was going to, I went to up until my second year in uni, and then I just really stopped going back home much. So I'd say I maybe saw her when I was like 16, and I saw her like 8 years later in Woolwich. I do the first thing she said, Vanessa. And she like this.
No.
I swear to you. Guys, for those who are going to listen and maybe not see the clips, she literally gestured that, like puffed her cheeks and gestured that I'd gained a lot of weight. She hadn't seen me in like 8 years, yeah. So no, I was not so sure. I was like 15 because I think she may have left the church. I don't know. I remember it's 8 years because when did I leave London? When I moved out from London, maybe I was like maybe 24 when I saw her, and I hadn't seen her since maybe 16. So that's what, like 6, 8 years. I don't know. But she like she didn't say anything. She just went.
Oh wow.
And I think something similar has happened to Jola because Jola was like, people have said that to her as well, where it's like people just gesture and say she's gained weight. Anyway. So that's one, but that one never bothered me because I'm just like, you haven't seen me in a long time. Of course I've added weight. The ones that the two that stand out to me till this day is around marriage. The first one wasn't necessarily about, well, they're both about marriage, but one, I always give this example because the audacity, the absolute gall. This auntie, I remember I was about to start my master's degree. So I'd already, no. So I was doing my master's, but I hadn't finished. So basically what happened was my master's was a year, like a full year. So it's not like uni where it's like September, October to like June, July. Like my
Oh,
master's is
okay.
September to September. So what happened was I was in the process of my master's, and then I started applying for jobs because I wanted to have a job by the time I finished uni. So I got my job in March for a September start date. So I literally was going for my whole master's with a job lined up. It was so amazing. So I remember in church, she said, so Vanessa, so that you're doing masters now, like what's next? We said, oh, I've actually already got a job. It's with a multinational. I can't wait. I get to travel. I get to travel like Europe. And she's like, you have to be taking it easy, oh. You have to be taking it easy, oh, so you don't become unmarriageable.
Unmarriageable.
Unmarriageable. Because these boys, they're not, you don't want to, emasculate them and stuff. And in my head, I said it in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. And I was thinking the son you raised I would never go near that one. That's not what I'm checking for in the first place. So what you've raised as a parent is not my cup of tea. Obviously, as I didn't say that. And this was in church. Can I add? This was in church. Yeah. So that was the one that she said to me. And it almost made me feel as though, because sometimes it comes out to my head and sometimes I'll be like, am I really unmarriageable? Because I'm quite ambitious. And so it's like, am I being punished? But anyway, that's by the by. The one that freaks me out, like I had almost like an out-of-body experience. This one, I am fighting every fiber of my being to not say your name because it's one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to me. So I went for a wedding a few years ago.
If it's unfiltered, are you not supposed to say their name?
I won't say their name because they don't. Why would I give them clout?
Okay, fair enough.
So basically, I was at a wedding, and this particular wedding, I looked so nice that day. I remember then I started one weight loss journey like that, and I'd lost a few pounds. My belly was going down. In fact, I looked nice that day. I looked very nice. I was wearing a dress. Even the dress had slit. I slicked my hair back. If you guys go find the pictures, that's your business. You can kind of know whose wedding it was. Then you can try to kind of figure out who it was, who said it to me. I don't care. But basically, I literally had like my hair slicked out, my edges slicked out. I wore my natural hair that day, had a bun, and I looked nice. And we were outside the church and we were doing pictures. Yeah. And then this pastor, it was a pastor.
It was a pastor that said it?
It was a pastor who said it to me. So this pastor, we're doing pictures. We're literally like to do pictures. Okay, next people, and we're doing pictures. This person grabs me by my hand like this and pulls me to the side. Dramatically. Like, and goes, Vanessa, I have a question. Is it that they are not coming? Or they are coming and you are driving them away? Because we need to pray. So we need to know the directions of our prayer points. I'm not joking. I promise you, I'm not joking. Guys, I felt as though someone poured ice cold water all over me from head to toe. I felt so violated in that moment. It was a beautiful day. I was celebrating a friend's wedding. I looked beautiful. I remember I was even walking into the church and someone I hadn't seen for a few years saw me and almost did like a double take, like, Vanessa, I'm like, you're looking, like I knew that I did put an effort in. And I looked really nice. Everyone looked really nice that day. We all looked very nice. It was a nice, chill day. And I remember afterwards, I didn't take any more pictures. I went into the church and I just sat down and I waited for my friend to drive us to reception. And for a few hours, I was just not myself. Because the person made me feel this big. And at this time, I was doing well. I don't think I'd bought my house then, but I was doing well in the sense that I just finished. Excuse me, so I'd relocated. I was in a new job and I was just doing my own thing. And I just felt like at a wedding in front of people, you just dragged me aside. So people probably like, when people are like looking like, what's going on over there? Kind of like, are they okay? And this person, and I was just looking at this person like, how dare you? To be fair, this person is very unhinged because this was the same person that told me that someone who got married wasn't really attracted to the person's spouse, but the person just. So if you're listening to this, you know who you are. This person basically, I'm not going to go into this, but this person basically said that the person thought their spouse at the start was not very attractive, but it's the will of God kind of thing.
I mean, that's a whole different topic on its own, minus the gossiping inside it. But okay.
Yeah. So this person, I'm just like, wow. But those two, I've heard a lot more. I'm not lying. I've heard a lot more. I've had the people come at me asking me about my sexuality, because my sexuality has been questioned a lot. Yeah, and I'm hopelessly straight, guys. And the issue that you have to understand is that
why did you say hopelessly?
Because I don't know anything else. Like, I'm not physically attracted to anyone outside of guys. Like, it's almost as though I have to do a disclaimer, because if I had to choose my dating pool,
do you know who Rhea Ripley is? I'm not trying to turn you to the other side, but really,
no. I mean, I know. I'm not. I know when girls are attractive. That's not a problem. It's just for me. It's like I'm not joking. People have asked me. One person even said, "Am I?" You know, Nigerians, when they ask you, "Are you a feminist?" But they believe that feminists are men hating women. Are you a feminist? Because can I please say in Yoruba? Degree jo. You know, tiramoto kilo day. Like literally, like that's what they say to me. So I'm just there like, and at a point in my life, I started to feel guilty about my achievements, because I was just one of those people that I just always wanted to do well in life, and I've always wanted to marry someone who wanted to do well in life as well. And I always saw myself like, me and my husband, you know, we're doing this power couple thing where we're both just doing amazing, and because of that we can raise our kids to be like that, and then our friends are also like that. So we start to give a new meaning to Christianity, to Black Christians, because I'm a firm believer that I can be rich as a Christian. And God can bless the work of my hand. Not meaning that if I don't own a house, my Christianity doesn't work. But I want to be a representation of God. Like, you know what? You can be successful and still be Christian, because people see billionaires and millionaires as people who had to let go of their relationship with God to chase fame in the most unethical way. And I've always wanted people to see me as, yeah, she's a Christian. And come look at, she does Hallelujah Challenge now. She stays up at midnight to pray. She reads her Bible. She does Bible study. She's sold out to Christ, but she still has a well-balanced life. Do you understand? Offering. But at some point I started to feel guilty, because I'm like, can I not be successful? But I'm telling you, my sexuality has been questioned. At some point, some people thought I hated men, and I'm just like, I don't hate men. I don't. It's just, I'm just taking my time, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. But I have my specific reasons about my background and my upbringing and my family dynamics as to why it shaped my thoughts on relationship and marriage and stuff. But I don't hate men, but my sexuality has been questioned a lot. Even family have asked me. I'm not joking. Family, they've asked me like, "Is everything okay? Like, do you?" I don't know. But you that dragged me. Can I shock you? It wasn't a woman.
It was a man. Jesus.
And it's not who you think it is.
I'm not even thinking of anybody, but wait.
Oh, okay.
Because I was not thinking of anybody, because I thought it was okay. I shouldn't have assumed that a woman is only. But
that's why I gave the caveat.
I didn't think a man had the audacity.
Yeah, that's why I gave the caveat, because I'm just thinking, just so you know, this person who dragged me by my wrist, asking me about if I have spiritual husbands and stuff, because I'm obviously not married and it's an issue, was a man. It wasn't a woman. Yeah. It changes the dynamic of the conversation, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? I told you. That's why I said I had an out-of-body experience.
Fear men.
Yeah, that's aunties, people, uncles.
How do we say? No wonder you said it should be aunties or uncles.
Yeah, because it wasn't a woman. It was a guy. It was a man. This person has said very unhinged things about different people.
Now I understand. Wait. So it was a man that was saying
It was
the
a man
person.
that said, "Oh, this person. I told you this person was this person's wife," but the person was like, "Hell no," because I don't like her. Nah, she's not even that fine. No. Look at them, they're married because I saw it from the start. Here's a guy.
This is where women will say the audacity of men.
Guys, the messiest person you know is a man. I dare you to challenge me. The messiest person you know is a man. I stand by that. I'm telling you.
That is wild.
Argue with me. Think about it deeply. It's a guy. It's not a woman. You know what? Test your spouse, your husband, your brother, your friend. Tell them, by the way, oh my God, I have something to tell you. The way they prop up and like, hey, really, what is it? Like, you've done it countless times as well. Like,
No, but that's just been a amebo now. That's just like in
yeah, exactly.
Now.
Guys are the biggest amebos. They don't like to say it, but they love Jace. They're messy. They're messy. Like they are.
No,
so challenge me, I dare you.
I mean, to be honest, having 3 baby mamas is messy. It is.
And are the baby mamas not even friends most of the time? Did they not know each other? I know somebody who was dating a girl and her cousin. How did my friend find out? Okay, it's the guy's birthday. Oh yeah, babe, come and cut the cake with your boyfriend. Babe, come out. Because you know, like for example, say myself, God forbid, let me never use myself. 2 ladies go to a birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
One is going to her man's birthday. The other person go to her man's birthday. They see each other, they're cousins. They see each other. Oh my God, baby! Like, oh my God, you're here! Like almost like, oh my God, there's so much like clout because they had at this time social media wasn't a thing, so you know they hadn't like you know that you don't necessarily like sending pictures because then we had like we had Blackberries. Not everyone even had a Blackberry then, so you had a camera phone, but it was like Bluetooth. You could only send things via Bluetooth, so it was you couldn't like say, oh, this is my man's picture kind of thing. So she gets there now. And they call this cake cutting time. So everyone's just hitting. I think, what was the age then? So the person she was dating was, once again, grooming, was older. So we were at the time 17, 18. This person was in uni. So celebrant comes out now, like it's cake cutting time. Okay, but the MC, basically, I would say that my friend was maybe like the side piece, but didn't know because the MC knew which babe to call to come and cut cake.
Oh.
So calls her cousin and she's there like, rah, what's going on? Because that's my man.
Oh.
My friend and I still talked about this recently. A mess.
You know, anytime. All right, guys, to end this segment is so send in what is the most, what is the phrase or the craziest thing that an African or an auntie, uncle, parent has said that still haunts you? But speaking about like places that are messy and messy things happening, I always tell Van that I can't do Twitter. But a lot of that, so I'm not even on Twitter. I was on Twitter for like 6 months or 9 months because this was 2022. I joined the Nigerians in the UK community on Twitter.
Hey.
And
we will get there.
And when I first joined, I joined after mid 2022, and it was actually chilled. People there were nice. A lot of people had just migrated. But the thing that always threw me off is they'll bring stuff happening from the main, because I don't go on the main timeline. I've never been able to be on the main timeline on Twitter because that place is just chaotic. Absolutely chaotic. So what's it called? So I never but in that community I was like, okay, this is controlled. We kind of have an understanding of the people that are here, But then, for example, a space will be happening um what's it called, on the main timeline, then they will bring it to the community and people will be gisting about the topic, which was all good until you go on the space and you realize people can't talk without hurling insults at each other. They can't debate without like saying some kind of insult or derogatory terms to each other. And then my friends would always send me like, they'll be like, "Did you not see this thing that's happening?" And on Twitter, then they'll send it to me. And I just couldn't get it. Is it not even on the same Twitter that a guy that's what killed his girlfriend was roaming around free and tweeting in Nigeria? And it's such a chaotic place. And Van said we should be on Twitter. I just let her handle that platform because I cannot. I cannot.
The thing about Twitter is that Twitter, for me, used to be it used to be such a nice place to just say your opinion and do whatever. But now I feel as though people are so unhinged, and we're seeing it in real time. Like, my first experience about how toxic Twitter could be, I promise you I'm not making this up. So I finished from uni, my undergrad degree, and I put my graduation pictures. No, was it? I think it was my master's. No, it was my undergraduate degree. It was my undergraduate degree. And I tweeted with my pictures, my graduation pictures, and I said, first class, chemical engineering, hashtag Black excellence. And this person I know from nowhere, no mutuals. Yeah, but it's you did that. It's not because you're Black. Don't give your credit to your race. I'm like, Egbami. Nibo Sibo, from where to where? Like, what is happening? It was. I got whiplash. I thought, wait, what's this? What's going on? I didn't know how. I didn't even respond. I just blocked them. But since then, guys, let me tell you something. The reason I enjoy Twitter so much, I have two besties. Block and mute.
Oh. I thought you were talking about real people.
I love them, my babies. I will block you.
Dead.
And I'll block you. And I have a strategy as well. Your madness, that one that you have in your inside, you will not bring it to my TL before I block you. Meaning, if I'm going through a post, a thread, and I see an Oliver Roku, I block you there.
Wait, you block people before they become your friends?
Yeah. So, say for example, you post something and someone cusses you out.
Retweets it.
I block them. You don't have to get to me. My block list is so long. Oh my God, I love it. Also,
yeah, I would always see people talk about like they try to follow someone and they'll just see that they are
realize
blocked.
that they're blocked.
Yeah.
Anyone that if you go on my if ever you come across my page, you want to follow me and realize that you're blocked, you've tweeted something stupid at some point. I don't block you just because. Sometimes it's because you've come on my page and you've done nonsense, but for the most part, like you can't slut shame somebody on their post, and come and be friends with me on my post, because they will come where you will do it to me. So before you do that to me or get a chance to do that to me, you're out. I block celebrities as well. Oh yes. Also, I mute.
Let us know which celebrity have you blocked.
I'm pretty sure Wizkid is blocked. I'm pretty sure Burna Boy is blocked. Elon Musk is blocked for definite.
Isn't he the owner of the platform?
I don't give a toss. He's blocked. I blocked Donald Trump. I blocked him when he got banned from Twitter and they brought him. I blocked him again. I also mute is my favorite because I mute the F word. So by default, if your tweet has
Uh,
the F word in it, I won't see it. I've muted certain like derogatory terms as well. So slut,
mm,
baby mom, I don't like those kind of things. So talk like a human, like a normal person. So I just mute that, so I don't see anything. I also muted Wizkid. I muted the word Wizkid. I muted the word Davido. I muted the word Beyonce because not because I don't like these people, but because their fan base is very toxic, and so you see them going
yeah.
at each other, like you see them piling on an innocent person. This person could just be like, you know, maybe maybe I don't know, a media Twitter page post something and someone's like,
Mm,
I didn't really feel the performance, death threats, body
mm,
shaming, and I'm just like, why you guys? This person even tells her fans like, and that's why she doesn't do lives. She doesn't follow anyone on social media. She doesn't interact with her followers because they're too toxic. So I just mute like certain words. I mute like just certain award shows because I'm just like some things because I don't care. Some things because it's too much. So when the war, in Ukraine was happening, I muted Ukraine. I muted war. I mute so just
mm.
just for my mental health. I mute certain things. So it doesn't mean that you've done anything to me. It just means that maybe your fan base is toxic. So when like when wars with like Davido and Wizkid are going on, I don't see any of it because I don't. I'm not with it. But my biggest one now is the one where people have an opinion on everything,
Oh yeah. But
everything.
that's what social media like
No,
allows you
this
to do,
this one is
and Twitter more
bad.
than
This one is
none
so
is that.
bad.
And I think for me it's the worst social media is like Twitter. Then it's
They say
Tik.
Snapchat is for prostitutes too.
Do people still use Snapchat? I
Ah, they do.
I I use
They
it
do.
because we had a sibling group chat in there and it's been there for years. So
No, I
we
deleted Snapchat,
still
I think in 2021. Because apparently I think the whole Snapchat is for like hoes and hoettes. Is basically
no,
because
you use it to
it's
just gather
for,
your memory. Like when sometimes you go
yeah.
places, you just do a video and then it will tell you in 3 years time. Oh, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
oh
I,
yeah,
I used to
nice.
like Snapchat, but apparently they said people are using it for nonsense. So I went off it. I think 2021 I stopped, and apparently it's common with Nigerians and Americans. They said if you're on Snapchat,
Oh,
yeah, oh, and I'm not on Snapchat, so I'm not oh. But when I say people have opinions about stuff, you can give opinions, but I'll give like for example, I tweet about Nigerian politics a lot. That for me is
mm,
me being conscious about my environment and what's going on with politics and stuff. I tweet about the American politics and the UK politics as well. I've tweeted a lot about that. My thing is people have a think piece about everything. Like for example, you especially those ones I don't know about you, but me, the economy is tight. I know that me and my house we will prosper, but you guys are going to go buy blue tick just so you can write war and peace on Twitter. There was an issue that happened where they were dragging a certain pastor. I spoke to B about it and I said my mind. But people were writing essays. Why this guy talks about out of two sides of his mouth a thread. And you start bashing this person. And I'm like, okay, this is why I say people have think pieces about everything. You obviously have a certain disdain for this person and you've chosen to attack this person as opposed to what they said. When I was talking to you, B, I was very specific about what this person said, not who
mm.
this person is, because this person is not my pastor. I don't go to this person's church. I don't know this person. I don't have a personal relationship with this person. I don't listen to this person's sermons. I don't follow this person on social media. I can't now. People were calling this person all sorts, and I thought,
Yeah,
you
but
guys have
that's what.
you've missed the point.
No, but that's why I can't be on Twitter because there can never be a clear conversation or debate of any sort that is just on the topic. It
Mm.
always ends up being a personal attack thing. No, I've never been on there to see people just say we're debating this topic. Once you don't agree, oh, it's you
They will
are
cuss
the
you
issue.
out.
You are
They will
this.
cuss
You
you.
are that. And it's just like,
Oh,
fam, can we all like take a cheap pill, calm down? Even there was a video.
mm,
I remember there was a video of a girl that said something along the lines of she reacted to a girl that does OnlyFans that has a boyfriend. Then she put the video saying, "Oh, but I did all, I have a job, I have a personality, I have a good career, I have savings, and I can't get anybody." I saw it as just like, oh, okay, she's saying, oh, she too would like a boyfriend. I think I saw it on like Instagram or TikTok. I think I know anything. Please tell me once it got to Twitter, everybody was like, "This girl is this. You are basically shaming the other girl." So on one end, I was like, "Oh, okay." I understood the how she said it is almost like, if this person who has a OnlyFans can get a boyfriend, why can I? Almost like, what, you're
Mm-hmm.
attacking that person.
Mm-hmm.
But there is some people to correct her, and now they start attacking her. I start dragging her. And so I'm just like, whoa, like, what's going on? And to be honest, it's not, it happens, especially since Elon took over that platform, the political aspect of it as well, the what anybody can say anything at any time. And, and I'm just like, yeah. And
No,
then allowing
it's
people to buy
crazy.
the tick. As well, I like
No,
people who
it's
are like
terrible.
writers and who need to do long piece. Like you're a copywriter. Copy is your job. Yeah, I can understand you're a journalist. I can understand you, but now anybody and everybody can buy a tick. You can be verified. You can. I'm just like, this is a lot, like a lot. And yeah, I had thinking now has is which is crazy. So the numbers of it, if I'm not mistaken, they sold Twitter for how many billions or millions did they sell Twitter for?
I think it was 45.
45. 18 million users has left since then. Then Jack goes on and creates Blue Sky. And I'm just like, please. There has to be something against the law of, because
No,
the UI is literally the same.
old Twitter.
The only thing I've seen that's different is that you have more control about deciding what appears on your timeline. You are almost the one regulating
Mm-hmm.
like the app itself. So yeah, I think I'm going to attempt to go on that platform, but I don't. But yeah, I've never been good with. Hold on. I've never been good with like social media at large, because I just think that I use Instagram as a messaging app now, and I use TikTok as just general watching. Like once I read like one comment that seems off to me, I'm on to the next to the next video. And it's always, like I feel like each app has its own personality, because there will be the same content that will go on all the app, and the reaction will be so different. I've seen content that was on TikTok and it was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe a few criticism, and then it gets to Twitter, dragging.
It's a place of darkness, man. It's a place of
I'm just like,
darkness. Twitter,
Jesus Christ,
I think Twitter, you have to have thick skin, but also I don't see why they've made it so toxic that people can't go on there and just express. And I feel like, I think the day that I ventured, well, accidentally found myself on Nigeria Twitter. Hey,
now Nigeria Twitter is like, it can. Do you even remember
oh my gosh.
the woman that says she wakes up to cook in
Oh my
in the
gosh.
morning, and
I'm sure her name is muted on my thing.
on one side they were dragging her, dragging the husband. They don't know the circumstances. They were just dragging. But I'm happy for her that people now. I don't know I don't. So maybe I'm saying it from the father. I don't know the full story. But on the other hand, and I saw that like brands came to give her like,
brands
yeah,
gave her stuff. I
gave
think
her stuff.
Twitter works well in the sense that it gives people, like a lot of people do like a lot of like GoFundMe links on there now and put their music out there and gets, tags people, because someone like Davido is very like active on Twitter, and so he's gonna see a tweet quicker than he sees a comment on Instagram or TikTok. So I understand that. My thing though is, where is the regulation? Because can we venture into very quickly trigger warning porn?
Oh no, Twitter is a porn site. Twitter is
Oh
a
my
full-on
God.
porn site. It's actually not.
Do you know my Twitter was fine? I'm gonna tell you what happened when I started the whole how do I say it, like restricting my Twitter in like a certain way. It was the day I'll never forget. I spoke to my friend about it because I was traumatized. I'm not exaggerating. I was traumatized. Someone's sex tape leaked that morning. I went on Twitter. I was literally scrolling. You know, on Twitter, you don't have to play a video. It's just playing from whenever.
Oh.
And I was just like scrolling, saw the person's name. I couldn't even look. You know, when you're in shock, you can chuck your phone or you can just. I said, what is this? Early in on a glorious morning? It was a working day as well. I said, is this no?
Man said it was a working day as well, you know.
It was a working day, maybe like a Wednesday, like a random day of the week. I'm like, is this not someone? Is this not? Hey, I messaged my friend. I said, have you seen what's happening? She said, I saw it all. I didn't even know where it appeared. Hey. And that was it.
Dead.
I just went to Twitter. I went to settings, block sensitive content, blah, blah, blah. So now, that's how I know that Twitter is rank. Because I could scroll and keep scrolling and I'm just seeing the tweeter's name, right? Is it the Twitter's name? So the person who tweeted, so the author's name, right? And the tweet, you can see like the caption. But then the actual tweet or the whole, it just says change settings. Change settings. So that tells me that the whole time, and when the whole, I don't know if you heard about the Equatorial Guinea guy. Equatorial Guinea. You know how we have EFCC?
Yeah.
So imagine the head of EFCC for Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
All his sex tapes leaked.
Oh.
About 400 videos leaked. And
I think. Oh, is that what? No, the only thing I saw is like one man that slept with people's official.
That's
people.
him.
We saw like there was an article on like TikTok. Well, I say article.
I didn't see any of it. Do you know when I realized what was going on? Was when I went to my you know, on Twitter you have like a page where you can see what's trending.
Yeah.
And I just saw Equatorial Guinea was trending, and I thought, oh my God, is there war? Like, because you know there's been a lot of war. I said, is there war? So I clicked on it. I couldn't view a single thing in that hashtag.
Oh, because it was all. Oh yeah, I just realized TikTok wouldn't have those content on there.
No. So I couldn't see. I was scrolling. Like, what's going on? So I googled it, and that's when I knew what was going on. No. I googled it, and my Google also has safe search. So if I Google something, even if it's a provocative word or an inappropriate word, it will not show me anything that's explicit. Because I'm very careful about all those things. So it wasn't until there's a show I watch, it's like a Nigerian daily talk show thing, and they were talking about it. That's when I was able to link it. And I thought, that's why I can't see any of the tweets. So then when they started posting like memes and subs about the guy with his photo, for example, but didn't put anything provocative, there was context behind like a lot of the things that I was seeing.
Okay.
But I don't know what's gone on with Twitter, but I have a plea.
No, I think go on.
I have a plea. And you OnlyFans, stop following me now.
What's going on?
If you have OnlyFans, I'm not your target. I beg you. Stop following me on Twitter. Please. You know, I get excited, I get a new follower, and I'm having to block you because you just see sexy red 23456 7 hashtag, and then you see like their Avi and they're like holding their breast. I said, Auntie, I'm not your target.
They said,
Enjoy.
"Vat,
I
come
want
to
I
the
want
other
to
side."
make heaven.
They
Don't
said you should come to
jeopardize
their
my
side.
salvation. Pardon? My friend still complained about it. She was like, Vanessa, man, why all these OnlyFans people following me? Like, what is it? I'm not gonna subscribe to your
They
thing. I
could
don't
just
know
be just
you.
bots, though. They could just be bots.
B, I tweet about Christ and T-Pain. What about me? What about my tweets? What about my tweets lets you know I want to see your breast?
That's funny.
So that's what I'm saying, that I don't like, and also B, I don't. I mean, you're not on Twitter anymore. Like, you know, I don't know if this happened before you left, but things aren't like before with Twitter. I think when Jack was still involved with it, like if you posted something, if you tweeted something, you almost get a notification that this is inappropriate or this is insensitive content or this is now you can post something. I'm always reporting people's tweets because I'm like, surely this is a hate crime. Like, I'm not homophobic in any form, so I'm sorry. I don't care what your disposition is when it comes to your sexuality or your religion. As long as you are not hurting anybody, physically inflicting harm on anybody, please do you. So if someone posts, like, I remember the one, oh my God, there was one that really, really upset me. There was a same-sex couple thread. It was like post the day you guys realized that you were in love, or post, and it was like a same-sex couple thread thing. People were firing them with abuses, curses, insults. Are Nigerians, of course, most part. And I'm just like, but this is not, what is this? Like, be heavy curses, heavy curses that you can't say. And I'm like, but how is this allowed? Elon, you're watching this. Is it Elon or Elon, whatever your name is? You're watching this happen.
The thing that Elon Musk put from his point of view, right? If there's genuinely meant to be free speech, then you ought to be allowed to say anything you want. Now, is what you're saying the right thing? Is it the wrong thing? Is it a lie? Is it fake? And all the likes. Obviously, that part has to be. But from his point of view, or from the angle he was coming from, is that if it's free speech, why then are you because you would technically regulate towards what your values are, and you are one person. Do you get? You are one person on the app. So I think that's where his kind of like thought process was from, whereby you should be able to allow to post and do anything. And I think maybe that's where that Blue Sky app can be a counterbalance, whereby it's
I'm loving it. I'm loving Blue Sky. I'm loving it. It's so peaceful. But no,
yeah,
but you know,
because you can regulate what type of. I think there's even a part where if for example something is trending and you can clearly tell people are doing a dump to kind of like maybe get income or just generate traffic, you can even switch off certain things in that period for you not to see those type of content that are clearly, maybe everyone is jumping on something because they need to, they need to gain traction in hope of getting money or other type of things. You can cut that off, So so I think although that part of free speech and platforms, that's an interesting topic on its own. But yeah, Twitter does not adhere to. Well, at the moment, I don't think it will change because Trump is going to be. What's his name? Elon will be there for a long while, especially now that he's working with Trump in the White House. It'll be interesting to see what they do. I think he's building. He has his AI software he's building, and that just got the $50 billion dollars valuation because they've been able to raise funding. It took OpenAI 9 years to get that. Elon has had an incredible ability to just raise money. He's been
I think people believe in him because, and the thing is, I mean, I'm not a fan of yours. If you're watching this, I can't stand you. But I feel as though credit where credit's due. Like he has the results to back it up. Maybe not in the most ethical way. Maybe he's literally a I'm not gonna like, I know what you are. But he has results. He has results to back it. Like he bought Twitter. Twitter's like, you can now generate money from Twitter, something that didn't happen before. Like if you generated money from Twitter before, it was because maybe you were able to sell goods or get your name out there. Now you can literally generate money from engagement. You know what he did with Tesla? Didn't he start PayPal as well or something like?
Yeah, he's part of the. He didn't start it, but he's part of the PayPal.
So
they call them the PayPal mafia.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
people in India went on to do Yahoo. A lot of their guys went on to do great stuff.
Exactly. So he's on all that, and so there's results that people know that SpaceX is there. When people know that he touches something, he turns to gold. I mean, Teslas aren't like the most ergonomic cars in terms of like comfort and sitting in there, because you can tell that engineers did not build this. But anyway, or design this at least. Like it's not you can tell. But at the end of the day, there's always a level of I say authenticity.
He's been able to return money. If you invest, he's been able to return money. Except with Twitter.
What I've done, for example, is that when I buy stocks and stuff, I see what Elon Musk or whatever his stake is in that company, and he hasn't disappointed me. In fact, there's one stock I bought that I feel like it's a thorn in my flesh. I might have to go and sell it because I feel like I don't like the fact I'm supporting that. But he invests in it, and this thing has doubled since I bought it. So it's crazy. Like
Tesla got a big spike.
It's not Tesla.
Not Tesla, but Tesla got a big spike recently.
Are you kidding me?
After Donald Trump won, yeah.
Are you kidding me? Tesla, I remember at some point, because I bought like my stocks at different times. At this time, I bought Tesla stocks $200 in August. It's now 346.
It got like an 18% rise after Donald Trump won.
In that week, Tesla has almost doubled since August. So he gets results. So I understand that. But the last thing I want to talk about very quickly, is and this is the bit that's going to drive me from Twitter. This is what I feel like my last straw is going to be. What Twitter has done to the Christian community, to the point where we now have Christian Twitter. What this thing has done in the Christian community.
There's Christian Twitter?
I found myself there. I did.
But wait, which Christian Twitter? Is it like American Christian Twitter, Nigeria Christian? Or they are just all together?
All together.
Oh, interesting.
Because now you have a lot of pastors who are now international, and so by default, the Americans, I know when they get involved, it's all the Americans are in it, the British people are in it, even the Canadians have entered the chat. And it's now like, I've seen like basically Twitter's given me like an insight into how much people idolize their pastors, how hypocritical people are. And there's this thing I've started seeing. Biko, help me. What is this thing that everyone is now doing of God and of Jesus in their name? So say, for example, I'm Vanessa, right? My Twitter name is now Vanessa of God. Vanessa of Jesus.
I literally don't know any of these things happening.
And what's now baffling me, why I said that it's giving me whiplash, is because I now go on and see Yimika of Jesus page. Kotali. It's not adding up.
There's no collabo between
there's no collabo. So basically, Auntie is slut shaming everybody. I remember slut shaming this. So judgmental. There was this girl that came one day. I almost cussed her, so I just blocked her. I almost went for her. Like, who do you think you are? Basically, this girl, I think it was the week that Vicky James got married. And Vicky James, she's quite extravagant, and she did all the. I mean, she's Africa's biggest fashion designer. Let's not lie. Like, she's there. Like, her ready to wear outfits go for like $300 up. Like, she's not your mate. So basically, yes. Vicky James is not small. I'm so sorry. Like, no, she's not on our level. So she got married and everything. She had a glam team and everything. Yeah. And this girl literally came, and I don't know if it was Vicky. I don't feel people got married that week. And this girl, someone had done like a tweet of, my God, brides looked amazing this week or whatever. This girl quote tweeted that tweet. I think she also got married like the week before, the month before or something. So very recently, she quoted that tweet, and she quoted that tweet with her wedding pictures and put in the thing, I didn't wear makeup on my wedding, but I looked amazing. Yes, you can look beautiful on your wedding without painting your face and showing cleavage and all that stuff. No, I remember whose wedding it was. It was, I think Vicky James was just before, but it was Theophilus. It was Theophilus Sunday. You know Theophilus Sunday, right?
Well, it's his wedding that I discovered who he was.
Theophilus Sunday.
I
It
didn't
was
know
him.
about him
So
before that.
it was the pre-wedding photos of Theophilus Sunday and Ashley's wedding pictures. I remember that's the one she quoted. I remember. And I was like, one thing I love, because when obviously I didn't know who she was prior, because I've known Theophilus for for a few years, but I didn't know Ashley. She's a real estate American real estate agent, but I didn't know her. I didn't know anything about her. I went to her page, and you could tell that she's modest, but she's one of those modest people who still looks fashionable, right? She still looks nice. She looks amazing. She always has her hair slicked back, or she'll have like weave, just those bundles that bounce, like those kind of. That's who she is. So I'm now thinking to myself, what kind of wife do you think someone like Theophilus Sunday will marry, please? Do you feel like, do you understand? And they're just so pious. And people came under her thing and started cussing out Ashley, who's Theophilus' now wife, and saying, as someone who's getting married to Theophilus, why can we see your shoulders? Because she wore like an off-shoulder, like those like two pieces, like the lace two pieces, but hers was off shoulder, but it was like long sleeve, but it was like a bit off shoulder, so you could see like maybe like the top of her shoulders. What kind, as a man of God, you to look at this, how would you approve her to wear something like this, blah blah blah. So that girl basically created a channel for people to go and hate on someone else. And they do that a lot. People just set each other up for drags. Like, you will come here clearly knowing what you want to do. She looks beautiful even with this kind of wig. And you know that people are going to come and drag. So when I see Auntie, I don't know, Auntie Adetong of Jesus, and Uncle Bidemi of God, and Auntie Sarah of Yahweh, and I'm going through your tweets, and basically, you're going to be, you post, they've used daily Bible verses to kill us, but you can see like the daily Bible verses, but with every Bible verse that you can see is an insult. You know?
I listen, I find that whole platform very, very fascinating. Like, it's I can't survive it. I'll try this Blue Sky one. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm sticking to my TikTok and my Instagram, just I'm a just be there, minding my own and staying in the DMs and private stories. But yeah. No, guys, actually let us know which social media platform you use, and if you'll be joining this Blue Sky replacement of Twitter. So yeah, so are you a Instagram? Are you a TikTok? Are you a Snapchat?
Rep your social media. Rep your social
Rep,
media.
rep your social media. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for listening. See, we have a lot in store for you guys next year. We have a lot in store for you guys next year. There are some interesting topics we really want to touch on. I was telling Van I didn't want us to be that platform that just talks about church, Christianity, church. But then someone actually reached out and they were like, "Oh my days, they loved the episode," and they said that we were actually talking about the real experiences of Christians and church. So there are still some topics about church. There's one about like music. And no, it's not. Oh, if you listen to secular music, please. That's not what we. With me, I listen to, yes, me. I listen to secular music. But it's more of like concerts. I have a little, like, I think there's a difference between a minister, you're going to see someone minister, and actually going to a concert. And I don't know if we Christians do concerts that great. I saw a video recently from, they say, hold, if we start that conversation, we'll be here for another 20 minutes. But yeah, but also let us know what you would, you can suggest topic. What would you like to hear our opinion on? What would you want us to talk about? And if you suggest the topics and you're curious, we have a great network of people. We can always like bring the specific people on for that as well. So yes, we'll look at it. It's almost the new year. It's beginning to look a lot like
Like
Christmas.
Christmas,
You can sing it.
everywhere you go.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. Is that it? Why you? I closed my eyes. Only for me to open my eyes. You are giving me
I'm sorry. Okay,
side eye.
we'll sing proper Christmas carols next time.
Yes.
The world,
Actually, I don't know what we'll do for our
is come.
for our Christmas episode, but this is our preview to.
It's my favorite time of the year, guys. I love Christmas. I'm always so bubbling at Christmas.
Yeah, and I couldn't really be. It's Christmas. We thank God. They could have picked.
Dreaming of a white Christmas. Just like
Well, you live in England, so that's what you can do. You can dream about it.
Okay. Okay, that's
Anywho, thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
Have a good week ahead, guys. Enjoy the rest of it. If you've not taken your Christmas annually, better go and take me. I didn't actually tell you guys. Guys, I've been off since the 6th. Hey, media training. Thank you guys for listening. And enjoy your Christmas break. Have a good. Actually, why am I clear like the year's ended? We'll see you guys next week, guys. You're not going to say bye to them.
All right, bye, guys.
Oh my.
Till next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.